Hi guys, this is Olga. In this video we are going to create custom table view cells. For that, let us go to our storyboard where we already added cell with a label and we're going to add more elements on it. This was not a custom but standard table view cell, and now we're going to add UI image and also label because I want to make a table with contacts, and this would be image for photo, and I need also a label for name. So I go once again to library with components and find my elements for name of it, of course not name but label. And after I change my table view cell here, I'm going to add new file. For that, once again, I'm going to the panel of file creation and choose add files, then go to the library, and here it would be almost the same, but this would be a subclass of UI table view cell. This is very simple. We love long and very clear names. This is iOS, we love these names, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, we created contact table view cell, and all we need to set up is to make outlets for that. So we go to storyboard and connect outlets, and that's it. One more detail, we need to copy name of cell and add it to our storyboard, cause without it, Xcode doesn't understand how does classes and elements in storyboard link. So we need to add the name of cell in the property in storyboard, and after that we can create a link to outlets. I added outlets, but I see an error. Why so? This is because some names are reserved as system. They are already used in UI table view cell, so I need to choose another. And if this happens, don't forget to change a name in outlet and storyboard, because otherwise you will have crash in runtime. At this point, I need to make one more setup. I already have class name, and I also need reuse identifier. It is needed to make custom cells useful in our table view. For that, I'm going to attribute inspector and copy class name to it. Actually, reuse identifier may be not the same with class name, but it is very useful and convenient, and usually people use the same name as class. So you should add identifier on attribute string to make your custom cells work, because we will call it in the method in our data source. At this moment we are going back to our table view, and we're going to replace table view cell standard with method from table view, which is a dequeue usable cell. What does it mean? Often table views has many cells, like thousands, and we can't use view cell every time. It would be very slow. So we call this method, and it allows to reuse cells. That's why we add a property usable identifier. It is a requirement. So we are going to use this method. And also here we will declare that this cell is not just any table view cell, but our contact table view cell as we created it before. For that we use this constructor as question mark and name of class. This means that it is optional, and if our table view cell is not with this class name, it would be new, and that is why we use question mark after cell. But we'll talk about optionals a bit later. And now we have our cell with two properties, and we need to set them up. For that, we are going to create our custom class. As we learned on the first lesson of this week, we can make custom class, and now I want to make a class for contact. For that, we just go to Swift file, and it doesn't have any parent, it is just contact, and my contact will have three fields. It will be name, image name, and a phone number. After the properties, we also need to create initializer, and initializer will have the same fields as variables our class have, and you have two ways to write them. You can either type, which I think more slow, or you can copy it from properties name. I think it is a faster way and it is very convenient. And don't forget that inside the brace itself init, you need to use self keyword to address properties. Otherwise, you will see an error. You cannot write name is name. You need to use self keyword. And this is how our class look like. It have three variables and initializer. After we created class, we go back to our view controller, and here we will create instead of string array of classes. And after you created new array, don't forget to change its name everywhere, I mean in one method. And now we can use our class to set up cell. At the end it will look like that. So now we fully set up our cell, and one more thing we need to do is to create our class instance. For that I'm going to make new method because it is right to separate functions with it functionality, and I'm going to create in this function a new instance of contacts. I want to make two instances. It will be Alex and Peter, and here we are. Now I need to add them to our contacts array. For that I can use append method. So I write name of array and then append and name of variable I want to append. I need to add both of them, and after that I can run and check what happens. Don't forget to add the image racers to assets. So we see Alex and Peter, yes, they're cats, but we're too short. This is not cell I created, it is half of it. Why so? Because my table view cell now shows a hey, which is automatic, and automatic can be calculated only from constraints. We still don't have any, and so I need to change this from automatic to real height. And what is real height? We can go and check it. It is 86, so I need to write 86 back in this field, and then I can run again and see that actually everything is okay. As we see that Alex and Peter are now full-sized, and now let's set up the height of the cells from the code, because it is more common for software developers to do it from code rather than from storyboard. We'll press automatic back and go to our view controller. In view controller we need to add new method, which is a method of delegate this time, but this is only one method of delegate. This will be table view cell, hey, table view cell, and at this moment we will just return one number, which is 86, the same we use on storyboard. Let's review what they have done so far. They have created a new class for contact with variables and initializer, and this is a class which we use for our cells. Also, we have added a cell with two outlets, and we added new methods of data source and delegate, and also create two instances of our class, and we set up it all from storyboard. For now, your task is to do the same thing, to create your custom cell, your custom class, to set up data source, and you will see your first dynamic table view controller, which is one of the most useful tools in iOS development.